guys, welcome to Book 15. Today's video is going to be a late May book haul because I did actually video this video before and I was meant to upload it in May and I tried to and it wouldn't work. For some reason it just didn't like the video and it wouldn't let me upload it. Also, if I sound weird, it's because I have a cold and throat infection that I'm just getting over. And I've just had exam after exam and I've been so ill. It's like, why, God, like, why give it to me now? So I'm going to do this video anyway because I really want this video to be up and uploaded because it's a May book haul and now it is June. Also, I got some really good books, so I don't want to just miss this one out. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to video it anyway. Sorry about my voice, but we're going to get on with the books anyway. So basically, in the month of May, I went to Jersey, in the Channel Islands, where I live in Channel Islands. It's another island close by. And I went there because we don't have Waterstones over here. So I ended up going to Jersey and I ended up buying quite a lot of books. I went to Waterstones, and they just always have such good deals on there. Even though in Jersey you have like a tax added on, overall like the deals make it better anyway. So instead of me yabbering on, I'm going to kind of just get into the video. The first book I'm going to show you is one I actually bought second hand. I went to the Jersey Zoo and in there they had this little shack with loads of books in, second hand books that you could buy. It was a charity, so basically all the money would go to the zoo, going to the animals. So the animals would have extra things and be cared for and all that kind of thing, so that was good. And I got The Fallen Angel by Heather Terrell. This book kind of just looked kind of cliche, I know, and it sounds cliche. Fallen Angels was a book books I read quite a while ago, when I was just getting into reading. They were just like books I really enjoyed, like Fallen Angel books. And it does sound really cliche, but I just thought it'd be good for one of those rainy days where I just feel like I want to pick up a book that I know is going to be cliche. It's going to be something that I loved, and something that I still do enjoy, but not all the time. One when I don't really want to have to invest too much in the whole plot and storyline. So I thought that'd be a good one. I had looked on Goodreads after buying it, and the ratings aren't like amazing. People do say that it's kind of like childish kind of thing, but I mean, I'm 15, I can get away with it. And you know, who knows, it might be really good, but it was just there. It looked cool and it's floppy and it's just, you know, something that I can just pick up anytime really, when I'm feeling down. Okay, the next two books that I'm going to show you are from the same author, and one I've actually already read, but we'll have it in my wrap up of this month. I'd only read one book last month, I think. I always do that. I always feel like I read loads in a month and a month goes by and I don't read anything apart from a book. So I will just include that in this wrap up. But it is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I bought this book because it's been on my to-reads list for so long. I've just never seen it around here, and you have to order it, and I don't mind. I normally order books fine, but I just felt like it wasn't one of those books that I was like, it wasn't like it drew me in too much. It wasn't like I felt like I needed to buy it. There was a lot of other books before that I wanted to get, but I saw it was there. I thought, why not? Like, I've wanted it for so long, and I really will. I did enjoy it, so I will talk more about it. Sorry, I will talk more about it in the wrap up. But overall, it was a decent read. Basically, it's about a girl who's kind of going through a lot of stuff at the moment, and she doesn't drive because something happens, and you'll find out why. So she ends up going on this road trip to get to her mum, but they have to bring the car. So she ends up having a family friend's son drive her, and it's just about the romance and like kind of finding yourself, and it was really, really good. The next one is also by Morgan Matson, which I did start but then stopped because I was reading something else. It is The Unexpected Everything. I am really excited to read this book, and the start of it was really good. But I just finished her previous book. I looked up to see if there were any other books I haven't got of hers, and I found out that she's only released 4 books, and this is the last one that she's released so far. It was this year, and I was like, I don't want to just go in and read this. I don't want to rush it because I know that it's going to be a while until the next book comes out unless she's got one planned. I don't think she does, so it might not be till like next year. But I also looked, she had like a 2-year gap between her first 2 books, so I was like, I don't know when the next book of hers is going to come out, so I thought I'd wait because I have a lot of other books I want to read, and I thought this would just be really good in summer. So I think I'm going to hold off on this book just because it's quite thick and I don't want to feel like rushed to read it. and then just be finished with it. And this one was actually a buy one get one half price, so I bought another book in Waterstones, which was in the buy one get one half price, but it still has a sticker on it, which is The Square Root of Summer by Harriet Ritura Hapgood. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'll put it up to the camera so you guys can see if you're interested in this book. It is so beautiful. I actually saw this on Amazon before going away, and I didn't really think much of it, but then I saw the pages. It was buy one get one half price, and I thought it's kind of a little bit out there. It's basically like it's kind of like a romance, contemporary, but with a twist. There's like this black hole, and it ends up making time all happen at the same, like everything's happening at once. So all of like when her grandfather died, when a boy that she loves comes back, also when someone did something and leaves her, it sounded pretty cool. I mean, it didn't sound like amazing, like I didn't feel like I have kind of low expectations for it, but I thought why not give it a go. And I just think the cover's beautiful, and I just think it'll be great for a summer read, so you know, might as well get it anyway. So that was kind of contemporary and like romance, and now we're kind of going to get into the last 3 books, which are just, I've got one that I cannot wait to talk to you about, which I'm going to leave till last. The next one I got is The Wicked Will Rise, which I also did start. I think I've read the first 2 chapters. I read the first one, Dorothy Must Die. This is by Danielle Page. I actually bought the book last year in the same shop in Jersey and read it and loved it. As you can see, it's right there. And then I got the next one because I thought, why not get it? It's the sequel. And I started it and I really did like it, but that was when I wanted to read something romancy, so I read Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. So I was like, oh, I'm going to wait, because I wasn't feeling it. Like, it's not that it wasn't a good book, like it's a really good start, but I wasn't ready to kind of like really get wrapped up in the world again. But it is really good, the start is awesome. So I just can't wait to read this, but I just felt like I had so many books and I felt like I wanted to read them all at the same time, and this one ended up not being picked first because I just knew what one I wanted to read, and I don't know why, my mind just changes and flicks to a book and I have to read that one. So that one will wait, but I'm definitely excited. And of course, when I saw this other one in the shop, I had to get it, which is The Yellow Brick Wall, which is the 3rd book in the series. It had £3 off and it was hardback, and I was like, I need this book. Also guys, sorry about my red nose. I've been literally full of the cold as well. And yeah, I just bought this one because I didn't read anything about it. I didn't want to spoil anything because I haven't read the second one, but I'm really excited because I just love the whole story of it, and it's really, really, really beautiful. I just kind of like the idea of everything being reversed from the like a normal story. I love like fairy tale retelling, so this is right up my street. So I thought, because I have these last 2 and it is a trilogy, I didn't want to go ahead and just read one and leave it. So I think what I'll plan to do is, when I haven't got as many books, I'm going to read them back to back so that I can just stay in the world and make sure I don't forget anything. But, you know, I'm really excited for these. These covers are beautiful, and I'm really, really excited. But the last book, which I'm currently reading and almost finished, which is just, I literally love this series. You can see the first book right behind me somewhere, like, you know, I will show you in a minute, but try and find it, see if you know what I'm talking about. Basically, I read the first book and I actually bought it for my brother so we could read it together, but he doesn't really like reading and he didn't get into it because he's boring. And then I thought, well, I don't want to waste a book, like waste the money of buying this book. It was a hardback book, so I was like, I'm not going to waste it. So I thought, you know what, I'll just give it a go. It might not be my thing, but I'll see what I think of it. I'm so glad I did, because I ended up loving the book so much. The start is good, but it is a little slow, and especially when you're reading it with someone who isn't as good at reading. I'm not trying to like say he's bad at reading, but, and especially when you're speaking it, it doesn't work the same way as when you read a book yourself. And when I read it, I literally fell in love with the whole characters and stories, and it left on a cliffhanger. And I couldn't wait to get my hands on the next book, and it finally came out last month, and I got it a few weeks after it came out, because it wasn't here, but when I went away it was, and it was £3 off as well. It was hardback, and that is The Inquisition by Taran Mathura. I think I've been saying his last name wrong. I think I still am, but I think I'm a little bit closer. I'm really, really, really sorry if I'm saying it wrong. My pronunciation of authors' names is so bad, like so terrible. It's embarrassing, but it is part of the Summoner series, and it's book 2 of the series, and I'm not really one for like adventure fantasy stories with the main protagonist being male, just because it's harder to relate to male characters. But I found that this character, I don't know, it's not written like I did this, I did that. It's written more like Fletcher did this, Fletcher. And I just think that you don't just like him as well. You're invested in all the group of characters that he's with. So it's so, so good. And the cover is just so beautiful. Like, I just think this artwork and the way it looks is just amazing. Like, I think it's digitally done, but it's just amazing. And I will tell you now, the first book is right here in the corner. And I'm actually going to get it out to show you because it's beautiful as well. It's just so good. I got a signed copy. I actually bought this and I got a bit of money off of it as well. And then I've got this one now, which I got £3 off, which isn't signed, but still beautiful. And I know I've rambled on a long time about this book series. Like, I've probably rambled on like half the video on this. I also want to just say that the actual first book was written on Wattpad, and the author got so many views on it, and he ended up publishing the book, which is the novice or novice. I'm so confused which way to say it. But it was called The Summoner, but he changed it, and now the series name is The Summoner. So that is interesting. And I'm going to stop yabbering on because I think it's like an 11-minute video, which my previous one was 11 minutes, and it didn't upload. So I'm hoping this one's going to upload. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry if I've rambled on. If I didn't like really tell you much about each book, if you have any questions, just comment down below. I don't mind answering them at all. I love answering your questions and things. But thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be able to upload some more videos soon. Thank you guys. Bye!